Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're tackling something a lot of people have experienced but may not even realize: gaslighting and manipulation, two of the most powerful tools used by narcissists. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone twisted your words, made you doubt your memory, or questioned your reality? If yes, you have faced gaslighting. If no, watch this complete video to know if you are vulnerable to it without knowing it. Narcissists are experts in this form of manipulation, and it can leave you feeling confused, insecure, and even questioning your own sanity. That's where Buddhism offers powerful lessons that can help you recognize when you're being gaslighted and manipulated. More importantly, it offers wisdom to protect yourself and reclaim your peace of mind. Today, we'll explore how the teachings of the Buddha can help you identify the signs of gaslighting and shield yourself from narcissistic manipulation. So, let's dive into this insightful and empowering topic. Before we jump to the solutions, let's first clarify what gaslighting and manipulation are. The term gaslighting comes from the 1944 film Gaslight, in which a man manipulates his wife into thinking she is losing her mind. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic in which a person tries to make you question your own perceptions, memories, or beliefs. It's a form of emotional abuse that leaves victims feeling confused and often dependent on the manipulator for a sense of reality. Psychologists define gaslighting as an insidious tactic used by narcissists, sociopaths, and manipulators to gain control and power over others. Dr. Robin Stern, a licensed psychoanalyst, describes gaslighting as an invisible form of abuse, where the abuser subtly chips away at your confidence and sense of reality over time. Manipulation, on the other hand, is broader. It involves trying to control someone's actions, thoughts, or emotions to serve the manipulator's goals. A manipulator may use guilt, shame, or fear to make you do something you wouldn't otherwise do, whether through lying, withholding information, or passive-aggressive behaviors. Manipulation always serves the narcissist's desire for control. Now the question is, how to identify these situations? Recognizing when you're being gaslighted or manipulated is crucial for breaking free from this toxic dynamic. Here are some key signs to look out for. 1. You constantly question your reality. For example, you bring up something hurtful someone said, and they deny ever saying it. Soon, you start doubting your memory. This is a classic gaslighting tactic. The manipulator denies the reality you experienced, making you question your own judgment. 2. You feel like you can never do anything right. For example, if you're in a situation where someone is always subtly criticizing you or making you feel inadequate, that's emotional manipulation. Narcissists often undermine others' self-esteem to maintain power over them. 3. You feel confused and off balance. For example, conversations with the manipulator leave you feeling more confused than before, unsure of what is real and what isn't. Gaslighters are skilled at making you feel unstable, so you rely on them to give you clarity. According to a report by the National Domestic Violence Hotline in the US, gaslighting is commonly associated with abusive relationships, with nearly 50% of victims reporting feeling like they were going crazy due to emotional manipulation. Additionally, psychologists at Yale University have found that gaslighting often occurs in both personal and professional relationships, not just intimate ones. But how can Buddhism help you recognize gaslighting and manipulation? Buddhism offers timeless wisdom that can help us not only recognize when we're being manipulated, but also how to respond mindfully. 4. Your relationships feel one-sided. For example, if the relationship revolves around their needs, and your concerns are constantly dismissed, you're likely dealing with a manipulator. Narcissists typically make every interaction about them, disregarding the feelings or needs of others. In Buddhism, mindfulness is a key practice. Mindfulness means being fully aware of the present moment, your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings, without judgment. When you are fully mindful, you are less likely to lose touch with your own perceptions. Gaslighters aim to cloud your reality, but mindfulness allows you to stay anchored in your own experience. Instead of doubting yourself when someone challenges your version of events, mindfulness helps you observe the situation without immediately accepting their narrative. For example, let's say someone insists that an event didn't happen the way you remember it. Instead of doubting yourself right away, mindfulness encourages you to pause and reflect. It reminds you that your perception is valid, even if it doesn't align with theirs. The Buddha also taught about non-attachment, which is the understanding that everything is impermanent. This applies not just to material things, but also to our ego, our sense of self, and our relationships. Narcissists manipulate by attaching us to their version of reality, making us dependent on their validation. By practicing non-attachment, you can distance yourself from the need for external approval or validation from the manipulator. You realize that their opinion of you doesn't define your worth. For example, if someone manipulates you into feeling worthless, the Buddhist practice of non-attachment reminds you that their view is transient. It does not hold lasting significance, and your sense of self comes from within, not from others' opinions. In Buddhism, the concept of no self teaches that the ego is an illusion. Narcissists operate from an inflated sense of self, or ego, which leads them to manipulate and control others. Understanding that the ego is not our true self helps you see through the narcissist's facade. When you realize that the narcissist's manipulative behavior stems from their own insecure ego, you can detach from their attempts to control you. It's not about you, it's about them projecting their own insecurities. For example, if a narcissist criticizes you to make themselves feel superior, Buddhist teachings on ego remind you that their words reflect their inner turmoil, not your value as a person. Recognizing manipulation is the first step, but how do you protect yourself? Buddhism gives us tools for cultivating inner peace and resilience in the face of toxic behavior. First is the practice of loving kindness, or metta meditation, with boundaries. In Buddhism, metta is the practice of loving kindness toward all beings, including those who harm us. This doesn't mean allowing yourself to be mistreated. It means wishing for the well-being of all, while still protecting yourself with healthy boundaries. You can approach narcissists with compassion, understanding that their behavior comes from their suffering. Remember that practicing compassionate detachment ensures that you do not enable or accept their abuse. For example, if a narcissist tries to manipulate you, you can still respond with kindness without giving in to their demands. Say something like, "I understand how you feel, but this conversation isn't healthy for me." You show compassion, but you also set a boundary. Second is cultivating inner strength through meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for grounding yourself in your own truth. It allows you to cultivate inner calm and mental clarity, which are essential when dealing with manipulation. Through regular meditation, you develop the mental space to see through the manipulator's tactics. You learn to respond calmly rather than react emotionally to their attempts to destabilize you. For example, when someone tries to gaslight you, instead of reacting with confusion or anger, you pause, take a breath, and calmly assert your reality. Third is karma and accountability. In Buddhism, Karma is the law of cause and effect. Narcissists often avoid accountability for their actions, but karma reminds us that all actions have consequences. While the manipulator may not face immediate consequences, karma ensures that their actions will eventually catch up with them. Therefore, you don't have to seek revenge or justice. The universe takes care of that. For example, if a narcissist manipulates others and causes harm, trust that their actions will return to them in some form. Focus on your own actions and integrity instead of getting caught in their cycle of negativity. As we draw to a close, it's important to reflect on the profound connection between Buddhism's teachings and how they can empower us to navigate the toxic behaviors of gaslighting and manipulation. The mind games played by narcissists are not just emotionally damaging, but can distort your very sense of reality. They thrive on confusion, instability, and doubt, but with the right knowledge and mindset, you can defend yourself and maintain your peace. Gaslighting and manipulation are toxic behaviors that can wreak havoc on your mental and emotional well-being. But as we've explored today, Buddhist teachings offer us a roadmap for both recognizing and navigating these harmful dynamics. By practicing mindfulness, embracing non-attachment, setting compassionate boundaries, and trusting in karma, we become stronger, more centered, and less vulnerable to the manipulations of others. The next time you find yourself questioning your reality or feeling manipulated, remember that Buddhism teaches us not to fight fire with fire, but to respond from a place of inner strength, clarity, and compassion. You are not powerless in the face of gaslighting or manipulation. In fact, with the tools Buddhism offers, you can reclaim your reality, protect your peace, and navigate these difficult relationships with wisdom and grace. Thank you so much for watching. If you found today's video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content that helps you build a mindful, empowered, and peaceful life. You can comment below sharing your experience or suggest me topics for future videos on similar topics. Until next time, stay mindful, stay compassionate, and remember, your reality is yours to own.